Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to can green beans without a pressure cooker. So these here I was picking Saturday morning and I didn't feel like it was enough to can them, so I just put them in the fridge. Green beans you can store in the fridge for a few days. Monday morning I picked again, and then I had enough to clean them, snap them. I snapped these Monday evening, and then I just stored them in the fridge overnight and then canned them Tuesday morning. To snap them, I just cut off a little bit of each end. Some people will leave the bottom end on, but I personally prefer to take it off, and then you can basically just cut them into the size pieces that you want. I go for a little bit smaller. Just with children, it's easier for them to eat them if they're cut a little bit smaller. Like I had mentioned earlier, I stored them in the fridge overnight, and then next morning I washed them in these fruit and veggie soak. You could, if you just want to wash them in water, that's fine too. And then just rinse them off and put them in jars. I like to make the jars pretty full because they do tend to kind of go together a little bit more. So if you want your jars full, you can really stuff them. I like to bang them in the palm of my hand just to get them to settle down a little bit more so I can add more in. Then I put 1 teaspoon salt per quart. If you are doing pints, you would just do half a teaspoon salt. I fill it to the neck of the jar with water, basically to cover the beans, and then wipe off the jar mouths just to make sure there's no dirt on them. And then I also like to take my hand around the rim of the jar just to make sure there's no chips in the jar, because that can keep it from sealing. And then just put your lids and rings on it, and it's ready to go into the canner. So when you put it in your water bath canner, you want to put water up to the neck of the jars, and you might have to add boiling water throughout the 3 hours of boiling it. I just put it over medium heat. Once it started to boil, I set my timer for 3 hours, and then once it was done, I just turned off the burner, let it stop boiling, then set it on a rug and let it cool off, and then set them out, and they all sealed for me. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments, and I will try to answer them the best I can.